COPWATCH, policing the police every single day.
Necessary or crossing the line? A Tempe cop on camera dragging a woman from her car and across the street.
All of this as thousands left the big fireworks show last night. ABC 15's John Genovese hearing from witnesses and the department tonight.
And John, how are they responding?
Yeah, well, Tempe police say they are now looking into what happened, but witnesses tell me that officer was directing traffic in the middle of this intersection. It seemed like that driver was confused as to whether or not she could go, and that's when things escalated. Pulled across the pavement in handcuffs, pushed down the woman, then dragged again by a Tempe police officer. Reese Williams' roommate recorded this cell phone video at 5th and Hardy, the two watching it happen from the start.
We see this car pull up and this cop stops it. She bangs on her hood.
Williams says the officer had been directing traffic and it seemed like the woman in cuffs mistakenly thought she was being waved through. He says the officer demanded she roll down her window, then grabbed the keys, determined to get her out.
She's getting treated like dirt because she didn't know which way she was going.
You can see a second officer looking through her car just as a third rolls in on a motorcycle. The woman still handcuffed on the side of the street as police decide to move the car that was still running.
You should have just probably asked the woman to pull over to the side.
Before all this, Williams says other drivers had been blowing off the traffic officer's commands, but this, he believes, was a simple mistake with a response that went too far.
The cop just felt the need to snatch her out of the car because she must have been upset about something else.
And we did ask police why that woman was detained and if she's facing any charges, but again, all they're saying tonight is that they're reviewing this incident. For now, reporting live, John Genovese, ABC 15, Arizona.
John, thanks.
Watch, innocent woman screams for help as police drag her through the street by handcuffs. Disturbing video footage of a Tempe police officer dragging an innocent woman through the street by her handcuffs has sparked outrage online. By Matt Agarist, July 8, 2018. Tempe, Arizona. Outrage has sparked online after a video surfaced of an innocent woman being dragged from her car, handcuffed, and then dragged down the street by police as she screamed for help. The incident happened on the night of July 4 as people began leaving the area after the fireworks show ended in Tempe. A police officer was directing pedestrian and car traffic and apparently could have used a little more training on how to do so. According to the person who took the video, the woman thought the police officer directing traffic waved her on to drive through the intersection. However, she had misunderstood the signal and drove forward when she was supposed to stop. Greg Schenk, the man who took the video, explained what was going on in a post on Facebook. The officer was getting frustrated and hitting people's cars that couldn't understand her directions. The woman pictured was not impaired and misinterpreted the officer's directions. The officer directed pedestrians to cross the street, yet the woman seen being dragged assumed the officer instructed her to go through the intersection. People were not allowed to turn and I heard the officer yell at motorists, "Go straight or I will ticket you." The officer hit the woman's car and threatened to break her window after giving her conflicting instructions to unlock the car, roll the window down, open the door, and to present her driver's license. Once she unlocked the door, the officer opened the door and pulled her out screaming. She was clearly confused and had no intent of breaking the law. As the video shows, this misunderstanding prompted the police officer to stop the woman and then all hell broke loose. "She's getting treated like dirt because she didn't know which way she was going," said Reese Williams, Schenk's roommate, who also witnessed the abuse. Why, exactly, the officer demanded the woman stop in the middle of the road is unclear. It is normal procedure to tell the person driving to pull over off to the side. The officer should have probably just asked the woman to pull over to the side instead of snatching her out of the car, Williams said. Highlighting the insidious nature of the stop and subsequent abuse, the woman who remains unidentified was not charged with crime nor was she given a citation of any kind. After she was mercilessly humiliated and abused, the innocent woman was released. According to AZ Central, Detective Lily Duran, a Tempe police spokeswoman, confirmed the officer is with the Tempe Police Department. She said the agency is looking into the incident after being contacted about it by the Arizona Republic. When asked why the woman was stopped in the first place, the Tempe police chose to remain silent. Duran also would not answer the question of whether or not the officer who attacked the innocent woman was suspended for the brutal act caught on video. If you'd like to peacefully voice your concern over the abuse seen in the video below, you can do so at the Tempe Police Department's Facebook page, here. As TFTP has reported in the past, officers directing traffic often become distracted and enraged. When they aren't texting while telling people which way to go, they are attempting to kill them. Last year, North Carolina family narrowly escaped with their lives when an off-duty Atlanta police supervisor opened fire at their vehicle while directing traffic because they made a wrong turn. 46-year-old Noel Hall, his wife, sons, grandson, and another passenger were leaving a motocross event at the Georgia Dome when the officer mistakenly thought their van was driving toward him, and so he opened fire, striking Hall in the process. Luckily for the woman in the video above, she escaped without being shot. Police use who may want to retaliate against him physically.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I just wanted you to know that I am using this stuff under fair use. And also remember to like and subscribe this channel. Also too, keep in mind I do not make any money on YouTube. This is 5 hours work a day, you know, fighting for freedom. And you can donate with PayPal and Patreon. I just want you to think about this. If everybody gives to PayPal and Patreon, Patreon is every month. Actually, PayPal you can do every month. I have 12,000 subscribers. If everybody gives, I can quit my regular job and go full-time investigations on Charlotte County, and possibly even more and beyond. So just keep that in mind. If everybody helps out, I can go full-time doing this. Thanks.